Going on here. Yes. That's
Well, hello everybody out there and YouTube Live. We are pleased to finally get together with you. Every 6 months we have a summit at the Apiary Fund, and that's what we're doing this year. Right now we're at our Salt Lake City Summit, and we thought we'd kind of take you around and visit with a couple people that are really, what does it take to put on a summit? That's the question that I want to answer today. So again, thanks for coming, thanks for joining us, and we'll go ahead and look around. Here we have our awesome support staff, guys. We could not do a summit without support. In fact, Carrie and Todd are both hiding, so I'm going to go over here and talk to Todd. Todd is our master of ceremonies. He does this all the time for the summits. Carrie is basically our anchor, and she manages the support staff. And so everything that we have here put together, Carrie runs and puts that together. So Todd, tell us what does it take to put on a summit?
It takes good people, like all these guys here that we saw. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to do it. Plus, really cool hats.
Really cool hats is a must.
Yes, so we got them. They're all right here. So,
all right, let me ask Carrie the same thing. Carrie, what does it take to put on a summit?
A lot of focus.
A lot of
attention to detail. What do you think, Sierra?
I don't know, just a lot of people, I feel like.
They're a lot of fun, and we enjoy meeting you all.
Thanks, Carrie. Thank you, Sierra. Thank you, Todd. I appreciate it. Oh, look what I found right behind us. I found Sean Lucas. Sean, I'm going to ask you the same question. What does it take to put on a summit? Well, most importantly, though, why did you decide to put on summits?
Why summits?
Why summits?
Well, summits are a great opportunity for our funded traders and our trainees to kind of get together, rub shoulders with each other. You know, we give everybody a $1,000 account here so that they can actually get in and trade some real money and you know, make a little bit, you know, to help supplement, hopefully supplement their trip out here. But really, it's all about networking, and it's all about, you know, getting to know, you know, the other traders around here at Apiary Fund. Your second question, what does it take to put on a summit? Man, it takes a lot of work. We are up so early. We get, you know, we start on the weekend. Well, we start really weeks before. We've got stuff that has to be ordered. We have, you know, pamphlets, manuals, all that stuff has to be ordered. We have to get it all organized and put together. We have to coordinate with all of the people coming in, you know, and we start early. Like I think most seminars in the world, they'll start at like 9 or 10 o'clock, right? We are so strange because we start at 6 a.m. And so the facilities here, they've been great, but they're like man, you want to start how early in the morning? We're like, yeah, we want to start at 6 a.m. We're like, is there anything living at 6 a.m. in the morning? I'm like, yes, of course. It's the market. The market's living.
The fun part is that we have traders here before we even get here, wanting to trade.
Oh yeah. We'll drive up and they're already lined up at the door waiting. Yeah. We're waiting for the staff here at the venue to come and open it up for us. So, yeah, it's just great. There's a lot of work that goes into it. You know, by the end of these events, we are just wiped out. We are so tired. So we always look forward to the weekend. You know, no trading to distract us. But we're able to get in and get a little sleep and rest after this.
We keep it all to the weekend though, that's for sure.
Yeah.
so
that's it.
So thanks, John. I appreciate that. You know, one of the things that takeaway that he just said is that Apiary Fund actually gives you $1,000 in your trading account to come and trade with Apiary Fund. That's
Do
what
you need to hold this up to your mouth?
I got one
you're
right here.
Mike.
I'm Mike.
Oh, this is just for show.
No, it's for you.
It's for show.
It's for you.
It's for me.
Because everybody wants to hear what you have to say. So my thing to you is, if you're on the fence about coming to a summit or coming to a boot camp or coming to any event the Apiary Fund does, get here. Because as a community of traders, a like-mindedness, and we trade together and we take that journey. Speaking of that journey, that journey really is, and we'll come this way a little bit. Thank you, Sean.
Am I done? Oh, great.
And that journey is with the Apiary Fund is to get a funded account. That is what everybody is working towards, is to get a funded account, make money as a trader. And you can see over here, we have some instruction that's going on, and we'll just walk past like a zoo. Don't tap on glass, traders at work. So, we actually had the opportunity to talk to one of our newest funded traders, and his name is Kevin. We're going to go take a step over here, and we're going to talk with Kevin for a second. Hey, Kevin, thank you for meeting with us and taking some time out of the summit and what you've come. So, why did you decide to come to the summit?
Summit for my wife and I, and actually a team member that we actually trade with, decided we would like to experience what like-minded traders are about, and me personally, very pleased that we had this opportunity to experience.
Sure.
Yeah.
So let's take you on your journey real fast, Kevin. So how long have you been with the Apiary Fund?
So the Apiary Fund for about just coming about a year now. I've been with the fund.
Okay.
Yeah.
So have you ever traded before?
I have no experience. If you asked me about a year ago, per se, no experience whatsoever, zero.
Zero experience. So why did you decide, I'm going to start trading? That sounds like a crazy thing to do, and a lot of risk that's associated with trading. Because one day you're like, hey, I'm going to see if I can lose my life savings. Is that what you thought?
Well, that's not what I would want to do. So the main thing was, I think, initially, I was introduced to cryptocurrency,
okay,
and I had no knowledge of that. So with me getting into something of currency, I wanted to do my due diligence and to get educated. And then shortly after Apiary, there was I saw like some marketing campaign.
Sure.
It looked interesting. Of course, like I said, I want to do my due diligence and to make sure that, if I'm going to spend, $1 or, $100 or something like that, I want to make sure that it's right. It's for me. And thus far, Apiary Fund, I love it. It's changing my life in the works, and we're going to continue to learn more.
Sure. So tell me through that journey. So you sign up with the Apiary Fund. Obviously, I'm going to correct me if I'm wrong, but one of the things that most people are attracted to about the Apiary Fund is the opportunity to trade their money. Was that the same with you?
Oh yes, that's a very huge piece. And when I heard that or read about it, that didn't make sense. Like this must be a scam or something. Yeah.
A little too good to be true. But then, as you go through it, you quickly realize that this is not something that's overnight. It's going to require work. So take me through that education process.
Correct. So, I think a big success, if you will, to the Apiary Fund is what they call the Beeline, and it's an educational process that, you know, I've gone to school and university, and I have a degree in business and things like that, in finance actually, and we weren't taught how to, per se, you know, currency trading or things of this nature. So the Beeline, going through the steps, it gives you the foundation. And I love the fact that it's not, you know, if let's say you're not, you know, like kind of going to school, textbook. It's like, it's a combination of textbook with the real, but you actually have the experience to do it, to go through it, and then experience these type of situations of trading. So I found that invaluable.
So if you didn't have, how would you say your trading would go if you didn't have education before you started trading? How do you think that would have gone?
Bad, really bad. I would not feel comfortable trading, let's say, my own money, because that's just kind of gambling, and to me that's foolish.
Sure.
Yeah.
So there's two types of people probably watching this right now. People that are going through the Beeline right themselves, or people who have no idea what the Beeline is. So for those of you guys who don't know what the Beeline is, it's basically a gamification process that you place a trade, you get experience points, you pass that off, you watch a video, you get experience points, you pass that off. What the Apiary Fund does is that the more experience points you grow from levels, and once you hit gold, so it starts out at copper, then goes bronze, silver, and then gold, and finally once you graduate from gold, you're automatically placed into a live funded account, and that's exactly what Kevin did today.
Yes.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
That's so
super
awesome.
excited.
So
super excited.
So he is now trading a live Apiary funded account. So for those people. For those people who are going through Beeline and are going through the steps and want to be where you're at, what's some advice that you would give them on maybe something that you felt like maybe this was hard to overcome and this is what I did to overcome? So is there anything you can think of in going through your process of what helped you to pass through Beeline?
I think that's a there's layers to that question. I would say, and anybody who we kind of recommend, if somebody coming in with no experience, as I have not, my wife has not, one is like the boot camps. I would say if you can get into boot camp sooner than later, that would exponentially, the learning curve, it's leaps and bounds. So that I would say one, and this is my personal testimony, and you know, perhaps like with these summits and things like that, it gets you around people who think like you, and be around people who are more experienced. Like the support here is awesome. I feel like it's very family oriented, but you know, it's a business. It's, you know, and just to support it, it's just wonderful. Yeah.
Good. I'm going to just check and say if you guys have any questions for Kevin about his journey, his experience, I'd love to hear them. So I just kind of jumped on my phone to see if you guys have any questions out there. I'm going to just scroll up. I love the comments. Everybody's saying congrats, Kevin. So yeah, it is a huge accomplishment because at Apiary Fund we'd love to fund everybody, but as you could tell, or as you could probably possibly say, you have to kind of prove yourself. We're not going to just give everybody who's never traded before,
absolutely,
hey, here's some money to trade. But we do that at the summit. You knew that because you're here. So we give people just coming at the summit $1,000 because we trade with them. We're there, we're holding their hand, and we're trying to, and so you do get a live funded account at the summit. So if anybody has any questions, I would love to hear them. It looks like you know, you guys are saying where you're at right there. Ken, you're in silver. Lynn, gold 1. You're so close. Gold 3 is where it's at. Do you remember being in gold 1? It wasn't that long ago. How did you get out of gold 1 and onto gold 2? Your pre-fund account.
So March of this year, we went to the boot camp. And at that point, I was at gold 1. And through the boot camp, I was able to get to gold 2 to the pre-fund. And I was really close, and just as traders, you're going to have your ups and downs, and you may have more downs and more downs and more downs. So you have to be persistent, be patient with the process, be patient with yourself, and just outreach to the support, and sometimes just a little tweak will make a big difference. Dave actually gave me a tip yesterday. We spent about 20 minutes to half an hour yesterday, and just tweaked what I was kind of had my strategy per se, and was fairly successful, I would say. But when you just helped me tweak it a little bit, and then I started trading just last night, and boom, it just got me over to the hump, and so I'm way appreciative of that. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could just lend that little bit of advice. There are a couple questions going in. One was, Joseph asks, do you have a mentor? Do you work with a mentor, or who would you say is your mentor?
Good question. My wife, I do not have one. I do listen to a lot of the videos, and so for me, I like to, because every trader as process goes, I'm still sprinkling around and speaking with Rex, Nate, Dave, so on and so forth, and I just want to learn a little bit, because I think you can't just have one strategy that's going to fit the market, because the market seems like it can throw you all kinds of stuff. So I think you have to have multiple strategies per se.
So as the market shifts, so do you, right? Correct. Or you simply just don't trade if it's not conducive to your style, right? So let's see. Edna says, I'm waiting for those tips. Edna, good to hear from you. I'm almost done with Silver 2. Biggest hurdle, let's see here. Couple questions. How long have you been funded? Oh wait, I think you're asking KJ that question. Primary strategy. What is your primary strategy, Kevin?
So I think right now I'm more of a swing trader. Kind of like to hold on my trades for about a day or two. Eventually, I would like to learn more of the scalping per se. But right now, I think I'm more of a swing trader per se.
Okay. So. How long were you in Gold 2? Like Bridget wants to know how long you're in Gold 2. Because I guess, Bridget, are you in Gold 2 right now trying to get out? Is that so was Kevin trading in the pre-fund during this morning tap room, and then he got funded, same trades as Sean?
Oh, good
So
question.
she was asking that. Bridget, are you in Gold 2 too? Are you trying to get some tips to get out of Gold 2?
Cool. Great question. So, like I said, we were in March of 2019. I was in Gold 1. So, but through that boot camp, I was able to get to Gold 2. So when I left boot camp in March, so basically Gold 2 from March to present. I was in until I got funded literally today, a few hours ago, or a couple hours ago. So if that's kind of where it's at. Did I trade the Euro USD, which seems to be kind of the popular one here? No, I did not. Me personally have tried a different pairings, and right now I like silver and USD.
Okay, thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. Congratulations, Bridget, and everybody else that is funded on here. You guys are saying that you're all funded. Excellent job. It is no small feat to be funded, to be a profitable trader. It's not easy. It's something that you have to work towards. And so we do celebrate when we do get funded traders. And it seems lately we get funded traders a lot. But like Kevin said, boot camp is a great catalyst to help you not only get funded, because that's just one step. The bigger step is to actually start making money as a trader, right? And consistently being profitable. Being funded is one step, but becoming a professional trader, taking that journey for the rest of your life. Kevin's just honestly probably just starting the journey now that you're funded. Absolutely. It's just the start of what else that you can do. Anthony, great job. He just got funded this week. Everybody, that is so cool that we got a lot of people. When is the next summit? Michael asks. Where in Hawaii? Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that Sean does it in some tropical location. Honestly, I don't have the answer to that. Usually we come back after this summit. We put our heads together and we figure out what we're gonna do for the next one. So look forward to that in the next. But they happen every 6 months. months or so of the summit. But boot camps happen more frequently than that. And the main difference between a boot camp and a summit is we open the doors up for anybody and everybody who wants to come to a summit. So you can imagine we have hundreds of people at the summit. Boot camp, we restrict it to 30 people. Right. And so Kevin can attest that with that you receive a lot more personal attention.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know? And the boot camp definitely had undivided attention, not by just one or two. There were more, that felt like there was almost more professional traders or support, if you will, per student. So if you really need that kind of hands-on type thing or encouragement, that's where it's at.
Thank you. Again, I appreciate you taking some time out to help us with this. Last question that I'll ask you. If I'm a trader that may be on the fence or may just be starting my journey, what advice would you give them to help them through the times when you get frustrated, the times when you're just like, is trading for me and I just want to quit? I mean, we all have them, right?
Right, absolutely.
So what kind of advice would you give to that person that is either just starting out or struggling a little bit?
Yeah, so one, everybody's different. So one, I would say if you're looking for an opportunity, me personally was like the flexibility, right? I'm a professional. I'm in real estate. I've finance. I have a license in finance, and I'm a real estate broker. So if you're looking for an opportunity, flexibility. If you were asking me, is flexibility? This can offer you that. But with anything, I mean, if you're going to be your own kind of own boss, whatnot, and you're treating it as a business, then you really it's somewhat of a mindset of a full-time kind of commitment. I would recommend is maybe you could speak to other new traders per se, and then or maybe also speak to people who are experienced as well, and kind of and see. It may not be for you. It may not be for you, but the opportunity is definitely here. But you have to put the time into it. I mean, you can't be a concert pianist and say, and not practice, right? Practice makes perfect. So.
Well, I appreciate your time, and it looks like the people we just broke for lunch, so we're going to go ahead and end the live here. But thank you again, Kevin, and
Absolutely.
Congratulations. And hopefully the next time we meet, you'll be like, I am just blowing the doors off of this trading thing. I got it. So That's the next step, right?
Absolutely.
So, all right, again, thank you everybody for watching YouTube Live. We'll see you again next week, which we'll be back in studio, and Sean should be able to do those. So as much as I love standing in, I know Sean's a lot better at this. So we'll go next week. We'll see you guys next week. So with that, thanks again. Wow.